was bad.
Honestly,
the movement was like fun.
Yeah.
I feel like I had the most fun just doing like running around and using melee attacks.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say that the other Wolfenstein games are like probably 10 times better than this one.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying.
Yeah.
A lot of people were upset by this one.
Yeah, like the other ones are better in every way, I would say. Like, I think
This
you'd
one
have
seemed a lot less linear than most campaign games.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the thing is though, the weird thing is it seemed less linear, but it really was like literally like you did 3 things and then it was just a straight storyline after that. Like they tried to make it, I like the ideas of what they had, like what they were going for, but they just really didn't execute it well. Like I felt like it was
like a looter shooter.
Yeah, and it was just, but it just kind of was like the UI wasn't great. It's a little confusing. Like it was just like, it didn't feel complete.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'd rather this game took like another year or so and made it like a $60 title rather than trying to put out like this like half-assed, half-cost title, if that makes sense. Like I don't know. I feel like it was left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, no, I still would recommend the other Wolfensteins because they're so much fun and the story's way better. Everything is better. It's so good. I really think you'd like it a lot, even though it's not co-op and you won't have your best carry with you, but whatever.
The 8-bit one looked neat.
Yeah, well, no, the graphics of the previous 2 or 3 are actually pretty modern. The game's not that old. So I just, if you feel like shooting some Nazis again, would boot up the other 2, and chat should definitely pressure you into doing that.
We'll see. We'll see.
Oh man, that was neat. I had fun playing with you, and I think like when a lot of people were asking about like what I thought, it's kind of like, well, by yourself I'm not sure, but like
yeah, like I would have probably stopped playing yesterday if I was playing this by myself.
Yeah.
Like this is definitely, playing with somebody makes this better. Like it's solo, this game would just be
yeah, I think overall it's like kind of
they were very cringe.
Good time, but yeah, either the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They try to clearly not make them like, oh, it's a woman. They need to wear dresses and be prissy.
Yeah, and they tried to make them like too stereotype teenagers. Like they were just too cringe.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like they had their moments. They had some cute moments together, but yeah, it was... I like the loading scenes. I thought the loading scenes with them like dancing, it was just like a little bit better than just a straight up loading screen.
Yeah.
I know you like those elevator doors a lot.
Like, why is there not just an elevator button? Like, the elevator clearly works. We're using it, so why do you have to pry the door open?
Yeah. I feel like the story like didn't also like the story really didn't make any sense. Like there was a lot of jumping around. Like I don't know, the story was just like felt incomplete too, whereas like you did all these random side missions and then it was like, oh, here's dad, and then it was like, oh, we're at the end all of a sudden. Like I felt like it just like skipped around a lot.
Imagine trying to do that last part solo too. Like that would be the, like holding that middle like I was, like the bot wouldn't know to keep coming down to help me like refresh armor and stuff. Like that would have been so frustrating.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if the health is different. Like I don't know if it's like, do they kind of downscale it a little bit because they're like with an AI, or I don't know. Maybe the AI would have been better than me. Who knows? It just sucked because like they had no ammo replenishment almost at all. Like the mobs that they had in the game, like I understand the concept, right? Like you just fill mobs to get more ammo, but they're so bullet spongy that it doesn't really do anything. Like you'd have to melee them, and you literally can't when there's like 50 different people shooting at you. Like there's no stealth aspect at that point. So it's kind of annoying to not have any ammo. And then with the turrets, their range was like, they had no range, and the boss loved to be just outside of where you could shoot.
And what sucked too is like when it like if you died and had to start over, it didn't replenish your armor. Like all of the
Mhm.
the ammo that you lost in that fight, you didn't get when you
Yeah. By the last fight, I seriously was like, I had like 15 bullets and guns, and was just, I'd run through them, go to the next gun, burn through. At the end, I had a shotgun, so I had to keep jumping down, shoot, and then I would get lit by the guy, and then I ran back up.
Oh yeah, by the end of that, I had gone through all of my like special weapons and everything, and was just shotgun, so I was just quick peeking with a shotgun. Just trying not to get hit. The only time I was really taking damage was from like a little bit from the airstrike, and as if I was over peeking to get me.
Yeah. Yeah, like I wouldn't mind a bullet sponge as much if there was just ammo galore, but I shouldn't have to beg for ammo in a bullet sponge game like ever. That's
why
terrible
all
user
of the ads,
experience.
I was just meleeing because one, for some reason meleeing is so much stronger. Like my throwing, that sucked too, is that last like area I didn't have any throwing knives, but all of those ads I can one shot with throwing knives because of how you can level up. Like even the big tanky dudes just one shot with a throwing knife.
Yeah. Yeah, and we were like, it wasn't like we were under leveled or anything. We were like right at the level. I think it was like a 35 mission, and by the end we were like, we just leveled to 36. I mean, I used all my points and things, so it wasn't like I was like under leveled on my weapons or anything either. I had pretty much almost everything upgraded.
Yeah, I mean my guns were all maxed.
Yeah, I don't know. I hated that last boss. Like, I thought it was so lazy.
More difficult than the whole rest of the game.
It was, and it was just like there was no interesting mechanic. Like I've seen so many bosses like that where there's like no interesting mechanics. It just has like a billion more health. I mean, they didn't even have like proper voice lines, and when it died, it just died, and that was the end. There was no like, it didn't really feel like there was any like, I don't know, like final words or final like dramatic exit. It was just like, oh, it's dead, and oh, that's it. Like, I don't know, it was like the laughing thing constantly. Like they couldn't do anything else, and it was just like classic boss lines like, oh, you'll never kill me, right as he dies. I hated that last boss.
Got so annoying. So
annoying. It was so like, why do you need a Waluigi laugh every 3 seconds in a boss fight? Like what? When you know it's gonna be bullet spongy. Yeah, Dragon, I agree. Like when you finish a game like that, like in that way, like that's definitely gonna leave a more sour taste in your mouth.
Yeah, now I just remember the boss fight being annoying. It's like there was no proper build up to that boss fight either. Like every fight before that was significantly easy, and then all of a sudden you get to one dude who's just
ridiculous. Yeah, you just show up in the last scene too, like with a new power that they don't explain or really incorporate well, by the way. Like,
yeah,
that last power is stupid.
To figure out how to use that. And you don't even, like, they give you that so much later, too, to the point where you don't even get to, like, fully use the power.
No, I just didn't really like the mechanic of it either. The charging mechanic took, like, 5 seconds. It's like, what are you supposed to stand still? It's like, that's never gonna work. Oh no, it, like I said, like I feel like the game had really cool things and cool concepts, but it just felt like very rushed and incomplete.
It felt very generic, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like the open world. Like I liked what they were trying to do with the open world, but they just didn't do a good job doing it. Like where the missions were very confusing, it was disorganized. The UI was terrible for the map. No, having not an actual map.
Really dumb too. So we spent so much time in the underground area where it's so dark, and one of the later upgrades for the god thing is illuminates the dark. So it gives it to you way later when you can't even use it.
There's literally no chance to incorporate that unless you go after the game's
you like
done,
go back for 100% or something. But after somebody finishes that boss fight, they're not gonna want to go back and do 100%.
Right.
It's like, why, when you're finally able to illuminate while fighting, it's not till after you don't have to go back there at all. Doesn't make it. At least we beat it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, at least we got great friendship time. You know, that's what matters in the end.
Does this count as a PUBG win? Like, is it like you only have one more to go? Or
No, I don't think so. That would be against the rules.
oh yeah.
Yeah, that would be definitely not count. Okay, so final verdict. Would you recommend people buying this game?
How much is this game?
Pretty sure it's $30.
If it was like 15, I wouldn't spend $30 on.
Yeah. Well, and I think because you have to, like, for a
The
decent
thing is,
experience,
though,
you need another person.
Well, yeah, but you only one person needs to own the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, only one. Like, I got a code and stuff, luckily, but like, yeah, only one person needs to have the game, I guess.
Really? I mean, I guess
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess if it's on sale, like, it could be fun to pick up.
Yeah, the third ability for God's Hand is Key Vision illuminates dark areas. And you current yeah, so you just get God Vision after that, and you can just see in the dark.
I think it's like a fun experience with a friend. Like, maybe if the game's on sale, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just like, I feel like as a fan of Wolfenstein and having like standards, like I think Bethesda should be held to a high standard. It kind of pisses me off to have a product that's just falls so flat. So I don't know. I kind of want to hold Bethesda accountable and be like, well, I don't think you should get it. But that aside, I guess if it gets on sale, it's gonna go on sale because Bethesda makes their games pretty cheap. Probably by winter, I would say. Maybe even sooner, actually, if sales are bad. Could be even cheaper sooner than that. I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed with Bethesda in general lately.
I think everyone's been lately.
It feels like, I don't know.
Fallout was very meh.
Fallout 76 was, okay. The Far Cry, whatever, New Dawn was okay. I don't know. It's like these are all in between games, I guess. I mean, 76 isn't, but I don't know. It's like I like the concept of putting out smaller games that are cheaper for in between like big series, but I mean, they still got to be good. They still got to be done well. Like, don't rush them just because it's an in-betweener.
Hey, you leave footprints in the mud.
Nice. I know. Also, like the NPCs, like you didn't learn who are these people. You don't learn anything about them. Like, yeah, we didn't do every side quest. We didn't spend time like, but you can't really interact with them. You couldn't interact with like many of the objects in the base. Like, couldn't even get drinks at the bar. What?
Yeah, they all have names, but you can't do anything with them.
Yeah, it's just like so shallow.
The garden doesn't even have weed.
4 out of 20 game.
Yeah.
We will do whatever it takes. Huh?
Like, if I was playing this solo, I probably wouldn't have finished it after the first day.
Yeah.